What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing? Peace, blessings, and everything. I wanted to say welcome back. It's been a minute since I did one. You know, I want to start out with saying all praises to the Most High, Yah, right? Cause we the lost tribe of Judah, right? We the tribe of Judah, right? Ain't that right? We should all be knowing that right now, right? That shit matter. How they say lineage matters. It should matter, right? So yeah, so we came back. I got one. I came back. Me and the brothers that's out here that, you know, like your Kalas or your Big Judas or your brother, I don't want to mess his name up. Hamwa Abad, that brother. Area 51, Nick Jackson, that's another brother out there. Truth, King World, that's another brother out there doing this thing. Like for instance, I mean, doing a thing, like you'll have a brother that'll do a show one day and he talk about child trafficking and he talking about how the celebrities is this and we all distracted by Instagram battle or whatever. He'll do one show like that, then the next 3 shows he talking about rapping. He talk about rappers. He talking about negative shit. And I'm like confused. I'm like, I can only watch this guy's show like once a week. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm confused. And that get to one of my biggest points, man. We helping them out more, I think now. I think it's the ones look like us, the 2/3, the Israelites that's helping out Esau and the Edomites or whatever, the blue bloods. I think they the ones that's the worst right now. With all of the rappers and it is, every day it's a black, so-called black, Hispanic or from over there, Somalia or whatever the case may be. Somebody coming out doing some dumb shit, saying some dumb shit. You know what I mean? You got Cardi B that's thrust into the political arena. She out there with Joe Biden and all that, and they giving credence to her. And then the next day, she's still talking and trying to explain away how she was drugging black men and shit at the drugging motherfuckers and setting them up to rob them and shit like that. You know what I mean? At the motherfucking DNC thing, you got that with that clown ass, what's it, Billy Porter, whatever the case may be, and all this. So in other words, you got fake Kamala Harris, who, you know what I'm saying, in 2016, she Indian American and Jamaican American, or, you know what I'm saying, until now she's African American, which, whatever, color, whatever. You want to say, oh, we all are skin cause we black, that's what it is. But I remember when out of their own mouth, like whether it was Jamaicans when I was growing up in the 90s, 80s, or whatever the case may be, they Trinidadian, shit, they want to distinguish themselves between them. You go into a Jamaican restaurant and ask for a Trinidadian dish, they gonna correct you right then and there on the spot. No, we don't make roti. That's Trini. We don't make roti. That's what they do, right? But we can't do it. Know why? Because we the tribe. See, the whole thing is about dominating us. I ain't realize it. You know, I remember I put bits and pieces together and I'm seeing half of the picture and I'm like even in my life, you know what I'm saying? You like, damn, why I'm struggling so hard when I'm living righteous in this world and I see motherfuckers that's not shit and they living better than the righteous. Like, how is that Because this world was set up like that. This shit set up like that, man. Well, anyway, let's get to the show, right? So I was checking out Tamara Magdalena. This was the last one. I wrote a lot of stuff since my last show, y'all. Let me show you how much writing I did since the last show. So I did all this writing since the last show right there, right? So, but this one was on the last page. So this very thing I'm gonna start with on the last page. So you'll see how I thought this was more important. But I might go back in the front and see some other stuff like, oh, I forgot I wrote this down. Because it's been a week, right? You be writing, you know, you'll write a little bit, write a little bit, write a little bit, write a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Over 6 or 7 days, that shit gonna add up, right? So, but anyway. Let's sit that right there, right? So anyway, you got law. You can look this one up. I'm at it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go slow so you can look this one up. Public Law 102-14. Look that one up. 102-14. See, cause if I put it up on my screen, they be blocking people, they be taking people videos down and all of that stuff. So I figured, one, I'm under the radar, so I could say whatever I want to say, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't monetized. I barely got I ain't got 200 followers. 160, 170, they ain't even stand for me. So I could go deep with it. So look, so check this out, right? Like I said, Public Law 102-14, right? In 1991, Congress gave Israel the right to kill whoever don't agree with Judaism. I'm not lying. This is an actual law that they gave them the right to do. They gave, and then you gotta, if you look at it and you look at how they broke it down, they gave all of this praise to this rabbi or whatever the case may be, that I bet if you search into him, he got some old crazy shit going down with him. And don't forget, in New York City, where this guy was at, that's where they was with the practice of the circumcision of babies and sucking the blood out. The rabbi sucking the blood out with his mouth. So let's get off of that, right? So they put all this praise on this rabbi or whatever the case may be out there. That's one. And then they said under the new laws or some shit. What was that shit exactly? The Jewish Talmud Noahide laws. The Jewish Talmud Noahide laws that was enacted in 1981 or whatever the case may be. They was going by this doctrine that they just came up with that says everybody got to be Jewish, and if you're not Jewish and you speak out against it and this and this and that, or you have another religion that don't agree with them, they can kill you, execute you. I'm not playing. I looked it up. That's why you got to look this one up. I could show you all I want to show you on the screen. You'll be like, whatever. You'll look it up. And when you pump that, get to that, DuckDuckGo though, don't go Google. But when you get to, and you press, and then you know how you scroll down, and you get to scrolling down, you'll see how real that shit is. You'll see how real that shit is. People warning people, hey man, you know this and this, and you'll see. You'll see. And but look, check this one out, right? So when they pass this crucial law that was very important, you would think like, yo, how the fuck they passed this, right? Right? That's what you're thinking, like, yo, why they fucking passed this? They passed this with 99% of Congress absent. So 99% of these motherfuckers was not there. It only took 4 people in there to pass this, that got this voted passed. And then George Bush signed it. Yep. Then they had a thing where in Congress, they brought in a kosher meal and everything, and it was a big celebration. And they had the Justice, I think they said Scalia was there, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg and somebody else. President Bush sent it. Yeah, they made it a big party. Yep. Word up. Big ass party. So, but to Mary Magdalena, right? Here's another one too, right? Before I even get to that, right? So, you know, all this violence in the world. You got the young brother out here that killed the 5-year-old. You got this shit over here. You got this negative energy with this chick. I seen a video with people on a bus, on the front of a bus while it's driving down the street, twerking and shit. It remind me of the scene out the Ten Commandments where Heads is on a golden statue and shit, riding around and shit. So I'm like, yo, shit is really crazy out here. You got the weather in China and Russia. You got earthquakes every day that they not telling you about. They taking people videos down. Riz video, or Kala do a video up. They taking him down. They took what's the other sister name? What's her name? Miss Tina, Miss China, Miss China. I forget her name. That Miss China. They took her and everything. That they try to keep the truth out, man. We in the end of times, man. So, and I go, that's the long version of saying, so instead of me going out and buying more guns to add to this, I went out and I got me 2 Bibles. And not to go to church, because I done been to all types of churches. I done been to Protestant, Catholic, Episcopalian, Gospel, of course, Baptist, New Age Christian. I done been to Creflo Dollar Church. I done been to mosques in New York. I done been to mosques in Kansas. I done been to mosques in Germany. So I done, you know what I'm saying? I done read so I don't get into religion because one, people was always, to me, was stupid about religion, for real. Because if you want to know the most about a subject, why would you just read one text on it? So if you want to know the most about a religion, you probably got to read a couple different ones. And even if you come back to the one you started with, by you going and looking at all them other ones, it's going to give you a whole different perspective on it. So I thought they was all one of the whole thing. I didn't, you know, because I would always say it seemed to me like Christianity was more about faith, trying to trick you into the faith thing. Islam was more about how you had to conduct yourself and all of that. Judaism was more about being tight as a community, as us against the world, kind of like a little racist in the tent twins. If you ain't doing this, you wrong as hell. Confucianism or whatever it was. So they all like kind of played a part. I didn't know that they was all demonic, satanic at the time, right? So, but off of that, right? So watching Terry Magdalena, her last video she put up one to where she, and I give it to her, she down the middle. She got me convinced I'm not voting. I'm not voting no more because I think that's part of a satanic ritual now. So once you got me convinced it's part of some Illuminati satanic shit, I'm getting off the boat, right? That's one, right? Because I ain't even risking my soul no more because I see the Most High coming. If you can't see the Most High coming with all of this that's going on, then you still focus on other shit, trying to focus on rap, basketball, and Air Jordans and ignore the rest of the world, you gonna be in a bad spot, right? So, but I went out and I got me 2 Bibles, right? So, cause you know, you listening to people and you hearing things or this or that, and you need to see for yourself. Just like with Google or DuckDuckGo. See for yourself. Don't just listen to my words. See for yourself, right? So I was watching T.D. Jakes talking, right? And I wasn't watching him. I was watching the Israelite brother or whatever the case may be. I was watching the Israelite brother talk, and he was breaking down T.D. Jakes. And T.D. Jakes said some shit where he was just talking about you can't put race into it, and you can't make Abraham black, and it's not up to us. He wasn't African American and all of this. People like that is worse than the Edomites, man. They really are, man. Because they look like us, man. but they leading us astray, man. You know, you got your Beyonce with that Church of Beyonce shit that I seen. They had a church where they actually went in there and they singing Beyonce songs and all this, and they thinking that's praying, that's worship. Not even praying, they think that's worship. That's acceptable form of worship to the Most High, and because we said it, it's fine. Like with the laws, they said it's okay for you to sin, it's okay for you to do this, it's do as thou will and all of that shit. It's like there's no fear. You don't supposed to have to fear the Most High. That's all you gotta fear is the Most High and keep His commandments. That's all you gotta do. We can't even do that. We got motherfuckers. We want to have. I seen the thing where the guy in the military dude in his military uniform with an LBGT flag in back of him, a black guy of course, with an LBGT flag in back of him, twerking and shit. And I'm like, just like we just got no, and not saying nothing about the army, like the military, because hell no, he shouldn't be in the military anyway right now. If they trying to actually fight. They actually think they gonna fight the so-called UFOs. That's Yah. That's Yah and the angels coming back on the chariots. They coming back, man, and they want to fight them. Word. And you want to be on the team that's gonna fight them? I don't think that make no sense. And yeah, I was lost. I was a veteran. I was a dumbass knucklehead selling drugs in the streets. I was a womanizer. I did all that shit. We all, you know, we all did that shit. We all did that shit. But I always looked for a relationship. Tried to have a relationship. You know what I mean? But it would seem like, to me, it seemed like society was against us having good relationships. Like realistically, like everything that society do and create it goes against what we should naturally be doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but, yeah, so I got a Bible. I got Bibles to add to it with that. Oh, okay, so come on, let's move on, right? Move on, Sean. Buy on the dip. Silver and gold went down, right? It went down about 4 days ago, 5 days ago. It was down for maybe a day and stuff. But then it stayed down and it shot back up. Because they trying to control the price of the gold, and they trying to control the money and all that. The bankers are real desperate. I get a call from my mortgage company just about every month. I had to bark on her today. She called me and she says, "Oh well, Mr. Holloway, we got a new mortgage servicing company, and it looks to me like it appears to us that you could be making some savings. Would you like to talk to the mortgage company?" And I done had to tell her like 3-4 months in a row. So today I'm like, and she's like trying to talk fast and get me to talk to this mortgage guy, this new mortgage guy. And I'm like, yo, did you not hear what I said? You been calling my house for 3-4 months in a row. I gotta tell you every single month that I'm good with what I'm doing and I don't want to talk to him. Do you hear what I'm saying? Right? And I'm like, yo, y'all just study trying. It's bankers. It's the bankers. It's the bankers, and it's the system, and it's the money. That's how they got all these niggas, so-called Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, and all that, that's willing to motherfucking sell out for money, come on here and tell y'all to do anything for money, preach dumb shit to you for money, talk about the young women and shit having sex and don't care about fucking nobody long as they give you some money and shit. Like, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Antichrist. Jesus, signal on. Yeah, so watching between Tamara Magdalena, Big Judah, looking at the whole thing and everything, I think the picture of white Jesus is the Antichrist. I think the picture of white Jesus is the Antichrist, because I say that because it do say in the Bible that you're gonna see Jesus in two forms. You're gonna see him in not Jesus. You're gonna see the Antichrist in two forms, in a young baby, as a young baby, and as an old man. And so you got baby Jesus, which is totally Christmas, which is totally some bullshit. And we know Jesus is not white. And they gave him blue eyes. And then they'll say now that it don't matter. Well, it had to matter. Why would y'all change it? Why would you hide the fact that the Pope prays to a black Madonna over there and in the Vatican was hidden over there? Why would you change hide the fact that most of the paintings and all of that depict Hebrew slaves in the past and all of that, even in the Bible, depict them as burnt bronze, right? Ain't that what it said? Burnt bronze is that's like a dark brown, like the dark brown, dark brown. So yeah, like colors like this right here, it is gonna be dark brown like that. But anyway, so I think white Jesus is the Antichrist because it got so many. The white Jesus got so many of us lost right now. You know, it got so many of us lost right now. Them churches ain't offer nothing. You look at what them churches offer since this pandemic happened. What did they offer? They ain't giving you nothing spiritual. All they doing is singing, telling you to pray, or whatever the case may be, and asking for tithes. That's all they doing. I ain't seen none of them offering nothing substantial. And not financial neither. What have they offered to the thing? I ain't seen one of them brothers where I pass by and it'll be like, yo, word, and this and this and that. And don't let me just drag on Christianity. Islam the same. Islam the same too. It's the same too, man. It's the same too. It's the same too. The same thing. They all the same thing. Christianity, Islam, Catholicism. Same thing. Come from the same place. The Jesuits, the Masons. Mace on his IG post. Yeah, Mace had the IG post. He was one of the first ones to talk about kids and missing kids and all this. The first one I seen. Nobody else is really talking about it. Nobody else is really talking about it. And then it was funny, they was showing, if you look at a lot of the pictures and the post pictures that they had Jesus depicted, he got the same hand symbols as Baphomet. The same hand signals. I was like, wow. And it's funny, they talk about when the Most High starts speaking to you and waking you up, hopefully you one of the select few, right? So he started waking you up where you start seeing things and he started revealing things to you or whatever. So you start seeing a whole bunch of things now that you didn't see before. It's like shit start making sense to you. Hurry up. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. And let's not even talk about Trump. Trump, cause Tamara done got me convinced that Trump just is about the same as the rest of them. But let's look at Biden, though. Let's look at Biden. He been in office 40 years, in politics 40 years. Ain't really did nothing. Most of the stuff he did had to do with the crime bills and crime stuff like that. He made plenty of slick comments about black kids and don't want stuff to turn into a racial jungle or you smart and articulate and clean cut for you know and all. Like he said all of this type of shit. That's the one thing. Then you got the bribe with his son over there and all that. He said, yo, if dude don't remove this guy from investigating my son, you're not getting $1 billion. I don't know what else you need to see just off of that to know that he should be disqualified. Yeah, they might come up with somebody else that you like, and then you go, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to vote against him, against Trump, or whatever. But that guy right there, I don't see how you even justify it, or whatever. But they all part of the same thing, or whatever. Because with that law I was talking about, 102-14, with them just making that agreement with Israel and all of that shit, and them sending money to Israel every year and all of that, and Trump not really being in charge, it's still people over him that's running the shit, because they was saying all these years that we was never electing the president. The president was selected to put in that place. So if that's the case, then Trump not in charge, then who in charge? It's probably some Jewish bankers. Probably some Jewish bankers. And if it's some Jewish bankers in charge, or whatever the case may be, and then it mix in the fact that FEMA, I forget the executive order down here, FEMA is like a whole government. So they martial law or emergency or whatever, FEMA get enacted, they got FEMA camps. I seen them. They got big cages with bathrooms in them. You know what I mean? And shit like that. So they got them. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. So you'll have people out there, oh man, you know, Sherm, we thought you was a Trump fan. I'm gonna tell you exactly what was my thinking with Trump. Now you could always say everything is the Most High working, the Most High Yah working through you or through Trump or through whoever. He over everything, reigns supreme, right? My thinking as a person, as you know, my part was all I wanted to do was get Trump to go in there because he wasn't a politician. All of them politicians wasn't doing shit but selling the country out. You could literally see what they was doing. As far as, everybody else suffering, we suffering here more and more and more and more and more. Jobs, this and this and that. And everybody else was doing better. China, look how much China done came up. Iran done came up. Everybody done came up. We suffering because they sold us out. So I figured, let me get Trump, a businessman, that if he go in there and half-ass decent run the United States like a company and shit, be an asshole to them politicians like he is, and do. So for me, he did what he was supposed to do so far. He did what he was supposed to do. I couldn't have, I didn't think he was going to last this long. I thought they was going to run him out of office. But he got in there and he started exposing shit. So all the Most High started exposing shit, revealing shit, because that's what's going on. But if that voting shit is part of their little satanic shit and it's all a ritual and they draw energy off of it and all that, I'm out. Check me out. I'm good. I'm not voting no more. Never. Right? Period. Because you go, why? Because sure, I'm not really. Why would you want to risk your soul for voting? And these motherfuckers ain't never doing nothing for you. You can't trust them. They can't even tell a straight face. They can't even do what's right for us when it's right in front of them. They need to do something to take care of the people or this or this or that. You can't trust nothing they do, nothing they say. They won't even tell the truth about where we from. Word up. The 1,000 pyramids here. Okay, let's look at something. The Oklahoma City bombing. Yeah. This one was interesting. The Oklahoma City bombing actually had the paperwork for Whitewater. Whitewater was the law firm that the Clintons and all that was involved with when he was in Arkansas, the governor. They was doing drug running, allegedly. I'm gonna go allegedly. They was allegedly running drugs and all that shit. It's all, the articles is out there though. The articles is all out there. So they had to, and was gonna do a big investigation. Guess where the paperwork was at? The FBI office in Oklahoma City. Yep. And after that bombing and everything and all of that shit, everybody was distracted and all of that, and they had them another big target to go after and all of that shit, and that shit just went away. They said Hillary Clinton ended up getting information on 700 politicians, and she got the blackmailer. So they was these are devils, man. These motherfuckers is in the government, supposed to be having the best at heart, the best in mind for the people, and they are devils. You blowing up people, you're blowing up buildings, you're blowing up planes, you're blowing up skyscrapers and all of that shit, and you get Obama, the CIA allegedly. The CIA allegedly get Bin Laden and get them to do a sacrifice. That was a sacrifice. That's what it was. It was a sacrifice to let them know that the monument, the part of the branch of the crooked ass satanic Illuminati shit, Masonic shit in here, to let them know that it's a new day. They knocked that shit down and all that shit, and so they fighting. These motherfuckers is fighting. Two sources in the motherfucking government, evil motherfucking sources in the government fighting. And then coming out and trying to tell us that, yo, ignore that shit. Think about this. Think about that. Think about this. We gonna change this law. We gonna change that. We gonna fuck with you in the TV. Meanwhile, we gonna keep back here killing each other. Sending each other to war, sending even the wars. The wars is the same motherfuckers. Giving money to both sides to go out there and fight every single war. Come on, man, that shit is crazy. The Riccio, 100+ miles wind. That tornado just came through and hit, hurricane just came through, hit Iowa, Minnesota, hail destroyed crops. 7 states experienced power outage. Word. Shit crazy. I seen one thing where overnight, dude, crop was destroyed. It's destroying crop. That's the Most High, man. I'm telling you, it's the Most High. The Most High. Some of the stuff that's going on is the Most High. China's still getting hit with typhoons and all of that. Still getting hit with stuff. Still getting hit. Oh, I seen a new list. New list had Jim Carrey on it, X'd out. Maria Abramovich, X'd out. Mark Scorsese, X'd out. John Travolta, Bill Murray. You know, another point that I seen that was interesting is, where is the children? Like, where's the children at? Where's all these children at? Where's all these children? You know what I mean? Where's all these children? Like, where's somebody saying they was treating all these children? Like something. Like, even if you don't have the motherfucker, okay, we can't tell you about the arrest and everything because y'all not going to believe it. People not going to believe it. And that is true, though. That is true. It took Big Jew. Big Jew that gave me the last Joe the energy I needed to come do a new show, because some of the shit I'm like, what's wrong with people? What do they think? What? Like, some of the shit I'll put up a post about, yo, people are getting flooded in India or this or this or that. So I don't give a fuck. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Like, even if that's true, what about your insides the way you that dark, you don't give a fuck about people, hundreds, thousands of people dying, 1 million of people being out of their homes or whatever. I ain't saying you gotta cry, but then you don't care. People, I'm telling you, man, people really, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Okay, Connecticut, you get $100K fine for out-of-towners if you don't check in. COVID, you gotta check in with them. The Higher Truth. This was the show on The Higher Truth. So I be watching some of everything. So you can see where I be getting. It's not like I'm just sitting around, oh, he listen to Hebrew Israelites now. Nah, I listen to them. But yeah, I listen to them because they give you a version of the Bible that's not that white Jesus version. So now you gotta discern and take what you like and this and this and that and do like he said. Most of them usually saying too, all you gotta do is follow the commandments, follow the Bible, follow the words of the Bible. Whatever you do that, you good. Can't be following these people, man. But anyway, back to The Higher Truth. NASA are lying. NASA be lying, y'all. NASA be lying. NASA lying about gamma radiation. They be changing the charts. They be taking them down. And then they have scientists lying too. It's a fact. Yeah. top people in Christianity was put there by the Illuminati. Yes. Everybody was selected. And the Boule is the biggest supporters of that shit right now. And the Boule is the church in Georgia. There you go. You got your T.D. Jakes. You got Tyler Perry in there sanctifying T.D. Jakes. You got Steve Harvey that, excuse me, Steve Harvey sellout ass and shit that got all that shit. He got back on through Georgia and all that. And don't forget he sacrificed Cedric too. I mean, not Cedric, Bernie Mac. And shit, Ham DL and Cedric, they sacrificed Bernie Mac. So the Boule is down with it. So you figure your Creflo, you look at a Creflo Dollar. You look at a who them the other guys. That one guy that looked like he was a demon. That white guy with the little pointy teeth. I think it's Kenneth Copley or whatever his name. Yo, all of them dudes, Jimmy Swaggart and all of them. Come on, man. Jim Baker. Hey, y'all could just keep just dragging them, just pulling them. Reverend Al Sharpton. What the fuck is that, man? That's another thing, man. They turned politics to religion. They turned the Democratic Party to the church. So when you go to the Democratic Party or whatever, you having some Democratic thing, they gonna hold it where at a church or whatever. So I'm telling you, that's how they brainwash you. They get you and rocking you to sleep, thinking that going against the Democrats is like going against your God. And both of them is false idols. Democratic Party and white Jesus. The Boule is the biggest. Illuminati or the deep state got the black celebrities, LeBrons of the world. Remember, he pushed for basketball and started distraction shit. He down with China. You got the gangster rappers still going hard in they raps. Megan and Cardi and the crew still down with the Hotivities. I wrote Hotivities too. I actually wrote Hotivities. Hotivities. Y'all could use that one. The Hotivities. They still down with the Hotivities. Worshiping the dragon that gives power to the beast. Word up. You know, they sacrificing people, they sacrificing rappers, they sacrificing young black people, they sacrificing the siblings and shit like that. That one look kind of weird to me too. Donald Trump brother get dying and shit, like that one look weird. Like, is that a sacrifice? Gotta ask these questions. Gotta ask these questions. Was it a hit? Did the other side? Was it we can't get to you, we gonna get to your brother? Like, gotta ask these questions. Or they went to a San Francisco. Yeah, they went to a San Francisco church. I jumped ahead, y'all. They went to a San Francisco Catholic church to worship the goddess Beyonce. Yeah. And the archbishop or whatever, yeah, the church stuff, the membership is down and we don't get that many people in here, so we figure with something like this and we could bring, yeah. What kind of bullshit is that? And people wonder why the Most High type. Vaping has been linked to higher COVID risk, a new study says. And I put LOL. That makes sense though. Word up. They said Stanford 5 to 7% higher with the ages 13 to 24. Cause all they want is death, destruction, murder, and despair. That's all they want. You got they talk about defund EMS in New York City now. How the fuck you going to defund them EMS? How you going to defund police in New York City? You know how many people going to die? What? 1.4 explosion in Oregon. Amboy, Washington, right next to Mount St. Helens. So it's been a lot of mini earthquakes, right? It's been a lot of big earthquakes. Now, because they lie so much, or whatever the case may be, even the national seismographic them heads that's supposed to, they be lying. So you don't know what could be an operation underground where they fighting and they blowing up shit underground or whatever, and what's a legitimate earthquake. We know them 7, 6.9s, and 6.8s. We know those is earthquakes. But your smaller ones or whatever the case may be, you don't know. And there's been a lot of them. So, I don't know. They could be down there fighting and shit like that. Trump could be trying be one of the few that tell the truth and stick to what he say he gonna do and be righteous. We'll see. We'll see what the Most High put in them to do. But I think if with them FEMA camps and that law that's being revealed, and I seen that law, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna say that I think Trump going turn it around, or they gonna find a way to turn it around, or whatever the case may be, and it's gonna end up being people gonna be in them FEMA camps. That's what I think. And the brothers been saying they seeing that, so, and we gonna see. We gonna see how it play out. We gonna see how it play out. They tried to shoot a Trump escort helicopter down. They shot it, and they landed or whatever. Motherfuckers is getting desperate out there. It's getting desperate out there. It was some shit that said if you was to go to Antifa, whatever the hell that shit is, .com, it sends you to Biden.com. I tried to do that. They took that site down, so they removed it. So they removed that shit. They saw we was finding out about that shit. Have you personally looked at your life and judged yourself? Cause I can't judge you. My shit dark, dirty. I can't judge you. You need to judge yourself, man. You need to come to grips with who you are, accept it, repent, and then get right, man. Cause we need more people to get right in these times, man. We need it's so many of us that's love, enjoy that shit. Like if you was to take a poll of us right now, just us, our people, right? You took a poll of us and asked how many people would wish it to go back to what it was before the COVID and all that shit, they would all say yeah. They would all say they'd rather just go right back to the way it was. I think that's why they hate Donald Trump so much. Because Donald Trump changed shit for them. Like, how you mess up the system, the flow? We had a flow going with gangster music, rap. We was asleep. Wasn't nobody, they was killing us slowly, draining our life force slowly as a people. We didn't mind. We didn't pay no attention and all that shit. They ain't like that, They like Sherm. They like Sherm that was watching basketball and shit and sports and Sports Center and motherfucking the IG channel, ID channel and shit like that. They like that Sherm. He ain't motherfucking out here investigating and they ass looking at shit. So, but a lot of us want to stay asleep. Word. Things you know is right and wrong. You go against what's right and you brace what's wrong. Why is Colin Kaepernick down with Disney? Let's talk about that. That's why I tell you, these motherfuckers all be fake. Fake motherfucking martyrs, fake motherfucking protests. It's all control shit. It's all control. Both sides. Both sides is control, man. Cause why is Colin down with Disney? When Ghislaine Maxwell and shit, she down with Disney. The motherfucking boat going out there, Disney taking the cruise ship and from Cali and taking them out to Epstein Island. Disney cruise ship cruising out there, them islands out there where, yeah, it's easier for them kids to get on the boat with Mickey and Donald and Goofy and all of them. Little do they know where they gonna end up at, though. And then Colin get down with that. Don't matter. Oh man, sure, Black lives more important than that. Okay. I see what you mean. But what about the kids? What about that though? That don't matter. Because why? Because he got that bag, right? And they giving him some money to make up for that football shit. So y'all feel like that's righteous, that's what he's supposed to do, take that money. See? For money, we don't care. He don't care about the pedo logo plastered all over in every movie. Monster Inc., Lion King. Look it up. It's all in there. All in there. All in them shits. All in them cartoons and shit. Fucking images and fucking Mickey Mouse with an erection and somebody with their hand around it through his little pen. Like, all of this shit is in there. And then when you bring it up to people and you tell people about it and you mention it to them and you do a show or whatever the case may be, they don't want to hear it. You talking too much. It's that conspiracy shit. You fucking need help, Sherm. I hope you get help. You got mental issues. Oh, you need to stop looking at it like that. That's what you get, man. That's what you get. Word. In the Super Bowl they did a commercial. The commercial, a Monsters Inc. commercial / Super Bowl commercial tied to the Twilight Zone with adrenochrome hiding in plain sight and shit. Lady Gaga, when she did American Horror Story and shit that year, that shit was about adrenochrome. I thought that shit was creepy. I was like, this shit is real creepy, man. They made it where that shit was like realistically creepy. And I was like, damn. And that's because that's what they really do. We was rocked to sleep slowly, subconsciously, so we will accept they bullshit, rationalize it, this satanic bullshit. Signs, the signs and shit, murder okay, signs okay, fucking fuckery, fucking sucking for success okay, selling my soul okay, sacrificing people okay, because it all starts celebrity, movies, politicians, yeah, it don't matter. News got an excuse. They tell you justify whatever, woo, 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 woo. And it's okay. But the Most High Yah didn't say all that. But they're saying it's okay. Just come to church and pray to white Jesus and suffer you forgiven. Come in here and say something to the priest, not to the priest, to the priest or the archbishop or whatever in the confession booth that's molesting boys in the back. Come and tell him about your problems and let him tell you to do a couple of Hail Marys and a few whatever he tells you or whatever the case may be, right? You know what I mean? Go talk to the Islamic God, imam or whatever, and he tell you that it's okay to beat your slaves. It's okay to stone women or something like that. It's okay to blow up people in the name of Allah, cause you gonna get to heaven and gonna get virgins and all of this and all of that. Yeah, that's what they say. Word. The Most High is not to be respected. They gave you everything fake. They gave you everything you need to be lost, to lose your soul. They gave you everything you would possibly want. Like, give them a fake God. Give them fake this. Give them fake idols to worship. Give them this. Give them that. That way we'll enjoy it. In New York City, you can have an abortion up to birth. And women love it. You can have an abortion up to birth. And I seen a doctor discussing how that go, where they go in and they take the baby out in bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. Arm, leg, head, take them out bits and pieces. Yep. Everything you learned in school is a lie meant to dumb society down. Word. Hear, translate, transmit. Word. Everything they taught you in school is a lie. Everything. Everything they taught you in school is a lie. I'm telling you. It's a lie. Excuse me, y'all. Let me just answer. I'm doing it right now. So yeah, I had to text her. That's my daughter. That's my daughter. So yeah, so you know, it's funny too, man. And before I go, so yeah, so had a situation in the past or whatever, and I talked about it. I talked about it. So you know, the damage that's done when you keep fathers and mothers and fathers and sons and daughters from having bonds, man. Like them parents that do that, man, that's like you don't understand what you do, man. You really don't understand what you do, and unless you had it done to you, you can't know how that. It's like a motherfucking. It's like having a knife stuck in you that you just can't do nothing about. You can't do nothing about. You can't do nothing about it. It's like, and you could try to make like you could try to fix stuff and repair stuff, but depending on how much was done, like it's never could be repaired again, man. And I've been dealing with that shit. That shit is like really fucked up. And I think about it now on a bigger scale, and I'm like, because that's what this place supposed to be hell. The righteous don't supposed to get no peace in here. We wasn't supposed to get no peace. We still was under the 400 years. You know what I'm saying? How could I know all of the lies that was told to my grandfather and great grandfather? How could my mom, like, how could we know this shit that, you know what I'm saying? How could we know? How could we know? Until the Most High wanted us to know. In fact, NFAC got a split already. Grandmaster Jay at a Trump rally. talk taking money. They said he was doing security. I don't know. So another one rises up who's also probably taking money to draw more people in for the destruction, more guns, more violence. But if you think you're gonna outshoot these white people, stupid. You ain't gonna outshoot them. Because one, we not savage like them. We not savage in nature by them like them. Yeah, we have some of us that's vibrating low and this and this and that. But okay, let's play it out. You get 200,000 black men and women going start shooting and we start shooting in this and this and that. And you take over 3 or 4 states. How long before they start come dropping bombs? How long? How long? How long before they try to do some laser shit out the sky? How long before they start using all these high-tech weapons and you just got guns and bullets? Like, come on, man. Stop it, man. You're not going to outshoot them. You're not going to outshoot them. Yeah, you could get something for protection and you could show a strong show of force in your neighborhood, your community and all that to keep people out. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But to go out and want to engage in a battle and all that, nah. Because the Most High got this. Most High got this. And you don't want to get caught being a part of the 2/3. Word up. Word up. Most High got it. He got plenty of, you see, all he needs is some water and some heat. All he needs is some water and some heat and shake the planet a little bit, and he got him. Yeah, I went to the thrift store, got 2 Bibles. Word up. So so now when I got my Bibles and I'm watching some of the brothers or whatever when they be throwing out stuff and I start writing down, while I'm listening to them, I just write the scripture down. Job 5:18, Revelation 17:1, Psalms 91:3, you know what I mean? And Numbers 20:19, and Isaiah 46:10. So I start looking at them, and then you start seeing like, yo, we the chosen one. Yo, they lied to us. Yo, we the lost tribe. We the lost tribe of Judah. Hebrew Israelites. So it's important, man. It is important. Cause that's why they doing what they doing. because they trying to control us. If they control us and they get us, rock us to sleep, and they control us, then they could control this planet, they could control this realm and shit, and they could stay and try to avoid ever dying and having to face the Most High. That's what they doing. You know what I mean? Cause I thought the way the brother was saying, I thought when you sell your soul, I thought you going the other way or whatever. You working with Satan. I thought when you pass, you go straight to him. Go straight that way. And the brother was like, nah, you always gonna go and face them. You know, you gonna always face the Most High first. And then it's gonna be what it is or whatever. So, because you gotta get your punishment. You don't go straight to the punishment. You gotta get the which makes sense. Like, you gotta get the punishment first. You gotta get the punishment. Ice Cube is wrong. Ice Cube is wrong. Ice Cube, and I'm telling you right now too. And I feel we deserve reparations. Hear me out. I feel we deserve reparations for what was done to us. But I feel like the way we acting and carrying on right now, we don't deserve reparations. Like, I'm like, if we was to get reparations right now, I say less than a third of us gonna do something positive and productive with our money. I'd say most of them gonna do something to feed the motherfuckers that's suppressing us. So from that standpoint, right now we don't deserve reparations. Shoot, we it's too much shit that we allow that we shouldn't be allowing. We don't deserve it as with our behavior. Our ancestors and all of that and everything and the 400 years, yes. The way y'all acting, a lot of y'all don't deserve a fucking coin. A coin. Word. Trump, and then to say that just, oh yeah, and we get reparations and everything, and then it's gonna be, we back righteous again as a people and everything is good. And if America give us our money, then we'll be good again. And voting for somebody that might be this or that or whatever the case may be just to get some money. Yeah, I wrote Trump brother sounds dying, sounds planned or something. Sounds something. Sun is different. Planet is changing people. Some really prefer what the devil set up in this system, reality, laws, and the change. The change, people's change is hurting them. Because if we trying to change and evolve up, and you want to stay down here and love this lower vibration, what do you think gonna happen to you? It's gonna be some kind of pain involved. Like, what do you think gonna happen to you? Like, you could put stuff. One person the other day, they gonna send me some shit with a link talking about how the celebrities stand up, social justice. Them motherfuckers ain't shit. Them motherfuckers gonna stand up and say what they endorsers will allow them to say, period. Period. The LeBron James with the Breonna Taylor hat and all of that shit. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Word. It's all bullshit. So here go the tribes though. Here go the tribes, right? Cause you know I'm rusty. My Bible time rusty. Cause it was funny when I was in Kansas or whatever the case may be in the army. You know, when I was in Islam hard and knew the Quran and all of that shit, right? I would go around and I would debate people about the Bible. So I was always looking for ways to go like, yo, well, this ain't right here in the Bible. What about this right here? So it's funny. But anyway, so the tribe of Judah is us, the so-called African Americans and shit. crazy ass name. I hate the names that be given. African American. What was his? We was blacks. You know what I mean? James Brown helped with that. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. They be helping with the agenda, I'm telling you. Benjamin, tribe of Benjamin, West Indian blacks. You know, Levi, Haitians. And they would all say, you know, when you would run into them and they'd come over and this and that, they'd be proud of their culture. They'd be proud of their heritage and they this and they that and this and that. But we never was allowed. We can't do that no more. We can't do that no more. We gotta say that we all black. We gotta say that Kamala is we in the same tribe. We gotta say that. Ephraim, Puerto Ricans, Manhasset, Cubans, Manassheh, Cubans, Simon, Simeon, Dominicans, Zebulon, Guatemalan, Gad, Native American, Reuben, Seminole Indians, Asher, Colombian or Uruguay, right? Uruguay, I guess it's however you know, tomato, potato. It's called ISSACHAR, Mexican and Naphtali, NAPHLAIALI, yeah, Chile. So them the tribes right there. Them tribes. The fake Jews over there try to some kind of way erase us, put them as a tribe of Judah, and then trying to blend us in somewhere down there. I don't know, but so yeah, y'all need to start getting in the scriptures, man, and not to go to church or this or that, man, just so you can get some positive energy inside you, change your chakra colors, and then you'll start seeing this reality for what it is. Like Kalas say all the time, it was a test. This is a personal one. This a personal one, right? So, remember I was talking about, you know, what would we do if this system, you know, what would be our form of marriage? What would be our form of marriage? And to me, what I came up with is, all you need is, they say you need a witness. The Most High is the witness. If it's me and a woman that I love and want to be with, or whatever the case may be, all I got to do is acknowledge it and go out under the Most High and talk to the Most High or whatever, and that should be good enough, right? Because that paper shit don't mean nothing. None of that paper shit should mean nothing to any of us now, because they came over here and stole our land. Think about it. They came over here, like, shout out to Black, like with Seneca Village. And it was Senegal. They changed it to Seneca, because Senegal would give you a little history of where it come from, where the people come from. So Seneca Village, they didn't sell the people. They eminent domain and took the property from us. So they come here, they eminent domain, and they took America from us. And then even when we bought property, bought land, they eminent domained it from us. So they eminent domained our country from us, and then set up all these laws and rules and everything for us to abide by within their country. You shouldn't be cool with none of this shit. None of this shit. Word up. Nothing that they say to us should even register, really. That's where we should be at with it. So, but look, so I was going back to the marriage thing. So I was like, yeah. So I plan on, you know, getting paper married again, maybe, or whatever. But I got married with the Most High watching. I sure did. Met a lovely woman, and we good. And we chilling. She see the same thing I see. She looking at the sky now, and she sending me pictures about what's going on and this and that. I finally found the right person at the right time. Cause I feel like it's because I did the process. I stopped, I slowed down, I figured out where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, this and that. I got myself right and this and that. So yeah, so and I was explaining to her, I said, yeah, we'll do the other thing, but this one is more important to me. Cause I ain't do that with everybody else. This one more important to me. So we gonna get married under God first, the Most High Yah. Then we'll go do that paperwork shit down the road. So I don't know. Y'all could hit me up. How they say, hit me up in the description. Let me know what you think. Word up. So yeah. Cause we ain't gotta really go into it or whatever. Cause I bet that marriage license some kind of way is the Datanic. I bet it is. Some kind of way is some kind of ritual attached to that shit or some shit like that. Word. Turkey. Let's go to Turkey. Turkey. The banks. They going in taking all their money out. They taking all their money out. They buying gold. They selling their cars and they selling their houses to buy gold. They used to buy the American dollar. It's their dollar is the Lara, Lira. So the Lara is falling. So they is getting gold. So money is falling. Money is falling. That's the line from Run DMC. Money is falling at a record high. Yep, still happening. And he did that in what, the 80s? Shit still falling. Think about that. Run DMC did that song, money is falling at a record high. That's why it's like that. And that's the way it is. Look up when they did that song. It's like that. That's the way it is. Like in the 80s. And money still falling at a record high. That's crazy. And I ain't even playing that one. I did not even plan that one. Word up. I ain't gonna, how my girl on Fame versus Sacrifice say, I ain't gonna take too long. I ain't gonna take too long. I did get a new memory joint today though. Had 22 hours. I ain't gonna be 22 hours though, but y'all know what I mean though, right? So yeah, but the money is falling. Gold and silver is going up. Gold and silver is going up. Gold and silver gonna be at $30 in a minute, and when I started talking about it was $18. So I know that's not a big jump, but you think about it, in a minute when they get the fucking $40, you'll be done doubled your money. So if you got $500 worth of silver, you'll be at $1,000 right there. But anyway, that don't matter. Cause that shit don't matter anyway. Only reason I thought getting gold and silver would be useful is so even if the dollar crash, you'll be able to go around the world, what's ever left of the world. You'll be able to go around the world with gold or silver and trade it and get stuff. You know what I mean? China got a clean plate initiative. So with all of the rich, the billionaires and shit, the millionaires that's in the CCP government party, so they come out with a clean plate initiative because they said China be wasting food and stuff like that. They be eating crazy. And I agree. Not just with the amount of different stuff they be eating, like the animals. They eat the natural indigenous birds. They eating everything. They be eating everything. Eating everything up. And it's going to have an effect on the ecosystem. So they come up with the eat less policy and talk about they kicking like a lot of them food shows off the air where they be doing the food waste and they trying to shame you into eating less and this and this and that, and cause they got their grain, they you know, and they going to enforce it too. Food price up 10%, the pork up 86%. I don't know what that, I wrote that. And I wrote that one in cursive. Script, I don't even know what that is. Or it says trouble for something. A restaurant got in trouble for something. I don't know what that is. Hot as hell in Cali. You see it, all them fires out there in California, right? All them fires out there in California and everything like that. So I had 2 executive orders I didn't get a chance to look up yet. Executive order 119. Let's look them up real quick. We could do that real quick, right? I never do that. Let's look them up real quick. I wrote them down, but I forgot, right? I forgot to look them up. So we're going to look them up real quick, right? How they say, I want to show y'all something real quick. I want to show y'all something real quick. Executive order. One, 9, 2, 1. Yo, these executive orders they hit us with was crazy, man. Oh, this the joint giving FEMA. This give FEMA the power to prepare to take over, total control. Yeah. So look, check that out. Allows the Federal Emergency Agency to develop plans, establish control of mechanisms, production, distribution. So yeah, they get to take over everything, credit flow of the U.S. financial institutions and everything. So, oh, that's what happened. So they were saying that right now Donald Trump might not be in charge of the United States because of the when he made the executive order declaring a state of emergency. FEMA got to take over. FEMA got to take over. That's what they saying. Let's search this next one. Executive order. And this one is Executive Order 12148. Right? Duck, duck, go. Let's see what this one is. Oh, yeah, this is the joint. This one was first. This one, Executive Order 12148. Right? So you'll see I ain't bullshitting y'all. Executive Order 12148. Jimmy Carter was the one. See, they always working together. Gave FEMA the power to do all that shit. Enacted FEMA, gave them all that power, and then the next executive order stamped it. Yeah, so this is what they was doing. So yeah, how you gonna vote for them? Even Jimmy Carter, you'll be like, oh, he was a good Democratic president. He was signing fuckboy laws up in there. Politics and spirituality. When did they mix? Word up. When was it cool for Al Sharpton to come down and march and do that black shit and then do the vote shit and the I'm doing this all for money with my fly suits on and I flew in on my plane and then I'm gonna go to church and I'm a fake preach and shit like that and then talk about voting. When did that become? Word. I thought politics was about motherfucking a job and a position. I never really was putting spirituality into all of it and all of that, but I see now you got to because these heads is Illuminati heads in there. Food crisis coming, y'all. China lost, what? They said they lost 11.2 million pounds so far. Food security, food shortages, these are the words they're using. Food crisis, food security, food shortages in China. They said before the floods in May, they had 1 year's worth of food for the whole country, right? 1 year's worth. But they saying that some of the silos is empty. They was lying. They might have sold the shit for so in other words, they won't even let you take your cell phones into the granaries to record or whatever the case may be. So that shit could all be fake. Coronal mass injection happened and it's headed straight for us. So coronal mass injection happened and it's headed straight for us. What's a coronal mass injection? Sherm, a coronal mass injection is pretty much a gas bubble or a wave or gas that comes from off of radioactive gas that comes off the sun and is headed right for us. That's what's killing people, man. That's what's getting people sick with the 5G tower, them spraying, and the sun. That's what's getting people sick. I don't think it's COVID. And because you see when they go in there, that's why they labeling everything COVID. You go in there and cut your arm off and died. He had COVID. He caught COVID though. He got in here. That COVID what killed him. We repaired his arm situation, but he died of the COVID. Word. Star Wars using the light side, the good side of the force, not the dark side of the force. 6 feet. To me, 6 feet and a mask sure helps the clones and the robots out a lot, right? Helps them out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? How can you tell anymore who's real, who's not? He got a fucking mask on. I can't get close to him and shit like that. Can't touch him, so I can't even feel if he rubber and shit or whatever the skin is they got, whatever they got. Shadowgate. Shadowgate was a video that Millie Weaver had put up online, and it was talking about how they was messing with your mind through TV, MK Ultra and the kids through the cartoons and all that. That's how they got us to accept all of the shit that we do now, right? So she put that video up, and then she was going to upload it on something else, and they motherfuckers swooped in, turned the lights off, stopped her from uploading the video, arrested her and shit, and then after she was arrested, turned her video, her power back on. So I'm just saying, they motherfucking doing everything in their power to stop the truth from coming out, and meanwhile, y'all helping them by being distracted. You're helping them by not paying attention to other stuff. You supposed to do everything. You supposed to be doing all new shit. I ain't watch basketball. I ain't watching no sports. I'm watching news in other countries. I'm watching shit about the earthquake. I'm reading the scripture a little bit. I'm motherfucking watching the news in other parts of the world or whatever the case may be. Yo, I'm like, you gotta be doing other stuff. The shit that they been had us plugged into is to distract us, numb us, dumb us down, numb our brains, and all of that. And we gotta wake up, man. That's what these people, everybody out here, that's what Big Judah doing. That's what Kalai passionate on IG. He on IG now, doing his lives on IG because they kicked him off of Twitter. And they deleting, blocking videos on his IG and shit. And he ain't talking about nothing violent. He ain't talking about nothing violent. He ain't talking about nothing violent. But you put some of this dumb shit up, or you be a brother with a gun, and talking that, yeah, we gonna get along and add to the chaos. They love that. You talking light, knowledge, positivity. They trying to kill that. They trying to hate on that. Word. And y'all helping them. Like, and then the Dutch Saints, earthquake guy. They hacked his computer. He did a joint last night, and then today they hacked his computer. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So he was sent out a thing, yo, they hacked my computer overnight. I don't know how long, or this and this and that. But he got a joint back up working a couple of hours later or whatever. But he was like, yeah, I had to reboot this, woo, 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 woo. Yo, it's because they want control of the golden race. They want control of us. And the longer we stay asleep, the easier it is to control us. We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. We gotta stop doing shit that helps support this. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Every day it's a so-called black face running out here with some dumb shit trying to distract us. I see you got fucking DJ Vlad with his dumb shit. In one day he'll have who he had on there. He had Akon. He talking dumb shit about light-skinned blacks need to get over slavery. You got motherfucker D.L. Hughley on there with his dumb shit. You got motherfuckers on there talking about old beefs with this and old beefs with that and old, like, that's all we talking about. That's all we talking about. Dumb shit. Dumb shit. And he'll still get 100,000 views. He'll get this and this and that, man. It's amazing, man. But, yo, it's gonna get better, man. It's gonna get better, man. Word. But it's gonna get a lot worse first, man. And y'all need to get right, man. Y'all need to get right with yourselves, man. So we can get this thing right quick. Do what we gotta do and move on as a people. Word up. But yo, peace, love, all praises due to the Most High. Yo, all them brothers out there that's doing their thing, sisters too that's out there doing their thing, that's sharing, that's waking us up, that's giving knowledge and all that. Yo, word up, salute to y'all, man, because it's hard out here. I see it's hard out here, word. It's real hard. And on that note, yo, peace, love, man. I see y'all soon, man.